has the ability to knock down shots, and big ones at that, in tough situations.
I'll take either one. That's for sure. Almost game time. We'll see you later.
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. The Raptors swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. A great start to the season for them, notching 3 wins to tip it off.
And I think for Toronto, it's been a nice run they're on to start the season, especially when you compare it to the way it ended just a year ago.
Yeah, there's an impressive buzz around this team right now. They're very capable of far more wins than they had a year ago.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Jones. Then there's Lowry. Then it's DeRozan. Valanciunas against Christie. It's stolen by Green. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. Thornton passes to Christie. Curry against Lowry. 6 to shoot. Thornton dishes to Green. Shoots a fader. DeRozan with the rebound. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the 76ers.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the results. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
DeRozan against Thornton, and the wide open shot from Green. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And Valanciunas kicks to DeRozan. Screen by Valanciunas. DeRozan against Thornton. Just 4 to shoot. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Shot clock at 3. Columbus. The three-pointer no good.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Now here's Curry. 17 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
In Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. There's the dish to Lowry. Down low. The drive by Green that puts them in the lead. Here's Lowry. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. Screen by Jones. And the dunk by DeRozan.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Now here's Thornton. He picked up 39 points in their last one against Philadelphia.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's DeRozan. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. David Lee checked in for Christie. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, here's what the Raptors head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here's Thornton. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Lee, that's good.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now, here's Lowry. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shot when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
Jones in the post. Curry meets him. Valanciunas, good.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Warriors trail by 5. Outside Curry. Inside. It's stolen by Jones. And it's blocked by Curry. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. Lee against Valanciunas. Here's Lowry. It's rebounded by Thornton.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Offensive rebound. Here's Lee. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. Outside, Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And Thornton kicks to Lee. And Valanciunas with the block.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Toronto with the ball after the miss from David Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Columbus. It's rebounded by Thornton.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Mark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Green passes to Thornton to stop the drought. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about how well they defended the rim? Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half.
Okay, man, put your hands together for your Warriors girl.
Now some of the best in the NBA right here. The top scorers, efficiency-wise. Freak number 1.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing.
Raptors leading by 3. Passes it to Lowry. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
That one misses. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Deflects the pass. Lee dishes to Green. The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. The Raptors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Perkins against Curry. Perkins kicks to Capella. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Dishes it to Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. 6 points for Draymond Green. The Raptors have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Perkins, the pass to DeRozan. Goes up on the wing. Great tee that time from Thornton.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Iguodala dishes to Curry. Here's Thornton.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And so here's Toronto. The Warriors making the shot. Here's Ross. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. For Toronto, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. That free throw good from Ross. And some changes here for the Warriors. Looney comes in for David Lee. And it's Barnes in for Green. The Raptors also with a sub. Wayne Ellington's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Now here's Iguodala. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Nobody near Barnes. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Curry against Perkins. They set the pick. He feeds it to Ross. The pass to Ellington. And again, no good by Toronto. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And the Warriors making a change here. Bazemore's checked in. Here's Thornton. Golden State moving the ball around. And that one's good. Barnes.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Pass to Ross. Now here's Ellington. He's covered by Iguodala. Shot clock at 6. Toronto needs to get off his shot. For 3, Ross. Capella kicks to Perkins. Now here's Ellington. He's covered by Iguodala. Ross passes to Adams. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good. Adams has got his first basket. And it's the Warriors with the ball. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are 2 teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Now here's Perkins. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Kings in Sacramento. Capella dishes to Adams. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Almost automatic when he can get the basketball that close to the basket.
Well, defense has to be played earlier in that situation. You've got to fight to not allow them to get that position in the first place.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
124 left to play here in the first. For three, Ellington. And it's Looney with the rebound. The Warriors lead it. Iguodala kicks to Thornton for the three. Misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far. Perkins against Barnes. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Capella's got his second bucket.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And here's Barnes for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Perkins. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Toronto shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Iguodala outside. The feed to Thornton. And he puts in the layup off the glass. Thornton's got 8 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Feeds it to Ellington. Perkins against Iguodala. Perkins, the pass to Capella. Here's Ellington. And again, no good by Toronto. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all pulling.
You know, we got a group of guys who came in and bought it.
The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
Thornton in at small forward. Christie is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers looked really strong. He finished with 39 points, and as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance. For him and for us, Kevin.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Raptors have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Lee's checked in for Golden State. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Warriors shooting well. They're at 45%. Lowry against Curry. Kicks it to Thornton. Outside, Green. Just 5 to shoot. The fader. That doesn't go either for Green.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Columbus, guarded by Green. Screened by Valanciunas. Back to Lowry. Jones sets the pick for Lowry. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Raptors lead by 4.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
The drive by Green. That one goes. Count. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Raptors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the 7th. DeRozan against Thornton. DeRozan dishes to Valanciunas. He kicks to Jones. And the powerful one-handed slam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And it's Curry at the elbow. No good. That would have tied it.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Shot's good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Pass to Thornton. Green kicks to Curry. Fires from deep. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Green.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Outside DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. He dishes it to Jones. Shot clock at 6. That one drops for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
It's still early on as the new back.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy.
And they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with.
And Thornton kicks to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State. Curry passes to Thornton. They kick it out to Green. The shot misses. And Toronto will go the other way with it. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. And the shot is good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
There's the dish to Thornton. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Went for the 2-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
To the middle, here's Valanciunas.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Curry kicks to Lee. Outside Curry. Passes it to Thornton. Green up on top. Let's go. Rebound by the Raptors. Valanciunas has got his third rebound tonight.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Lowry with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And now it's a double-digit lead. He's got 8.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Boy, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. And the foul called on 3. That's his first. And so we conclude the first half. It's the Raptors up by 12. And now let's catch up with Dorothy.
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. I like the way we're valuing the basketball. Keeping those turnovers down has really helped us throughout the first 2 quarters. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists. Unselfish passing can get us into a nice rhythm, and that's how we get ourselves on a run. And don't worry too much about our tempo this half. We'll take what the defense gives us, whether it's on the break or on the half-court set. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Some excellent numbers in this one for DeRozan. He has 12 points and 1 steal as well.
And guys, he's been making play after play.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Thornton with it. Lowry picks him up. And the basket by Curry.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Valanciunas, Christie with the rebound.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. In fourth, the Raptors.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
And Thornton drops 2.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Raptors leading by 9. And here's Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 11.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
To the paint, here's Thornton. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Valanciunas with a screen on Green. Here's Columbus. And the shot is long.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him. Check out the game for insanity. He's got 16 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
Thornton drops 2. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. To the inside, Jones. And he dunks it down.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Green, the pass to Thornton, loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Thornton's got 20.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Now Lowry, he's got 7, screened by Jones. Dishes it to DeRozan, and stolen by Thornton. Here's Green. DeRozan with the rebound. Raptors leading by 8. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And the shot falls short this time.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
It's tipped. Green with the ball. Jones covering. Lowry against Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Thornton, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Put your hands together for your Warriors,
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He told the team he wanted to run their offense through insanity. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris. The Raptors have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. The first one falls, and the Warriors making a change here. Lee's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Warriors trail by 8. Curry dishes to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. And yes, sir, that one drops. Green's got 11 points.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down there.
Jones against Green. Columbus hands it from downtown. 16 points for him.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Down low, here's...
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside, Jones. DeRozan against Thornton. That is good. 16 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Here's Thornton. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
From 13, and it's DeRozan missing.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Curry kicks to Thornton. Back to Curry. Thornton with it. He's got 26. Great open look there. now, just a 4-point Raptor lead.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Outside Lowry. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
And the wide open shot from Green. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now the pass to DeRozan. And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Barnes is checked in for the Warriors. And Toronto also making a switch. Adams checked in. Curry against Lowry. Pass to Adams. Shot clock at 5. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring zone for the Raptors.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
I've been impressed with how well they've penetrated tonight, too. They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Back to Curry. He feeds it to Thornton. DeRozan brings the double team. Back to Curry. From deep. And Thornton kicks to Green. Again, the miss by Green. Raptors leading by 9. Lowry with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Outside, Jones. DeRozan passes to Adams. The Warriors pull it in. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. The feed to Thornton. Barnes dishes to Green. Outside for Curry. Launches a 3. And there's Green on the assist by Curry. Green's got 8 points in the quarter.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Lowry gets to DeRozan. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. Here's Thornton.
Got it! What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave him to him.
You have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video. You know what I mean? The prize is your sanity. Word.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Here's Curry. Thornton in at the 3. Gerald Green out there with Curry. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Christie in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
There's the pick. Lowry with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Here's DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 23 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on. Clark had to go for it, didn't he?
Sure had.
Hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Good. Green's got 10 points here in the second half. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Shot from 12. Another miss by DeRozan. Warriors leading by 6. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Back to Lowry, and it's blocked by Curry. Thornton dishes to Curry. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Screen by Jones. And it's Lowry penetrating. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam. Just
piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Lowry against Curry. Now, here's DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Jones. The shot will not go. Great D that time from Green. Feeds it to Curry. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Back to DeRozan. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Lowry drives in. And good on the basket. Book it. Lowry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Curry kicks to Thornton. And it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy. You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
And here's Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Outside Lowry. Dishes it to Valanciunas. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Pass to Curry. He kicks to Thornton. Outside, Green. They get the rebound. Outside, Curry. Back to Thornton. And the rejection by Valanciunas. It's DeRozan with the drive. He dishes it to Jones. Passes to Lowry. Goes up again. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Curry kicks to Thornton. Back to Curry. Interception by Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Five to shoot. It's Curry outside. Warriors the rebound. And Thornton kicks to Curry. Back to Thornton. Over in the corner, Green. Back to Thornton. Another shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
First free throw is good.
As a team, they're hovering around 86 to 87% from the line. That's exactly what you want to see. I mean, converting at that rate, that'll win you a lot of games.
And Thornton drops two. Raptors trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. The drive by Lowry. Curry with the defensive effort.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
They get it back. Outside, Green. Christie with the screen on DeRozan. Green inside. DeRozan defending. This one for three. And there's Green on the assist by Curry. And that's now 10 points for Draymond Green. Toronto shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Lowry against Curry. A floater. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, Lowry is playing well. 15 points and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress. You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
And Green gets it to go.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jones, and 2 free throws come, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freedom. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game.
What a special night for him offensively. Anytime you can get a player who's scoring up in the 40s, you know he was feeling it. And once he got rolling, his teammates were getting him the ball and just getting out his way.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this guy. Wow. Get jealous. You feeds off that score. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.